A$AP Rocky is blaming leaks for his new album Don't Be Dumb not dropping and him not giving us any info on it. Today, I wanted to uncover this a little bit and maybe show y'all that this actually isn't the case and also when this album might drop. So let's move straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. So Our Generation Music on Instagram posted this post right here where they were reporting on A$AP Rocky speaking on his new album Don't Be Dumb, saying dummies need to stop leaking every time it's back to the drawing board. And the main thing with this was that the people in the comment section were really complaining about not having heard any leak, that this can't be the real reason, there needs to be another reason. And obviously this is pretty pessimistic when you take a look at A$AP Rocky not dropping an album in almost 6 years now. And a lot of those people are right. There aren't a lot of leaks out there for Don't Be Dumb, despite people claiming that they have over 30 something leaks, but a lot of those are actually not for Don't Be Dumb. For example, I think that the Genius tracklist on the Genius website right now sums up a lot of the leaks that we have. There are some more, but for example, we have the all black Travis Scott diss or whatever from Rolling Loud, Sights with Playboi Carti, Go with Playboi Carti. We have Taylor Swift that we've had for some time as well, and Mushroom Clouds, and also Freestyle No ID. And the other stuff on here is all singles that we've already got. So it's not like there's a bunch of leaks out there. Now maybe people were referring to a Give 'Em Help leak that dropped only a couple of days ago, but that was actually a throwaway from 2017's testing. So, you know, this isn't like some new leak dropped and we don't know what to do with it. So that can't be the real reason. And the fans are absolutely right by being mad about this, that Rocky can't just claim that the leakers are the reason why this album isn't dropping and that he doesn't need to go back to the drawing board every half year. But here's the catch. That quote from the Our Generation Music post wasn't from now, because this was from an interview from last July, so 2023, that had this title, A$AP Rocky talks about album details, potential Rihanna collab, and directing Beats by Dr. Dre ad. And actually in a video from me from last July when I covered this interview back when it happened, I went over this exact question. And when you take a look at his answer to the question, any status update on the record, you can see that he literally says, these dummies got to stop leaking shit every time we have to go back to the drawing board. So this quote stems from July of last year, so almost a year ago. I don't know why Our Generation Music brought this up again. You know, maybe they just, wanted to update something to the fans just because we don't have any other info that we can actually present. But a lot of people thought that he said this as of now, but that is not the case. And I want to call out Hot New Hip Hop real quick because they literally just ran with it and also posted an article 2 days ago citing that quote from A$AP Rocky and acting like this was just as of recent, and then also just citing the Our Generation Music Instagram post as their source. So don't believe some stuff that you see because it might be just outdated or just false. I just wanted to clear that up because we didn't actually get news from Rocky. So it's still the same status that we had just a couple of days ago before this happened. Now, that aside, no bad feelings to Our Generation Music or Hot New Hip Hop, obviously not. I know that sometimes it can get confusing with a lot of these stories. I just wanted to clear it up for y'all so that y'all don't think that Rocky just said this, and there's actually more hope because now it's not back to the drawing board. That was last July. I wanted to cover real quick though where this album is at right now because that's the main question. If the other stuff is false now, we got to take a look at what we know. And I wanted to quickly bring up this one interview that he did 6 months ago with TMZ where he was just running around the block and this reporter was following him in old TMZ fashion, and he was, just real quick. I mean, the title says still working on new album, but realistically in the video itself, she was just asking him about the title of his album and saying, your new album is called Don't Be Dumb. What's the dumbest stuff you've heard last year? So it's not really a question about the album. So I don't know, get new reporters, TMZ, that actually ask about the album and not just some dumb question connected to the title. but they're saying he was still working on it. So maybe he said something else that's not included in the video where he said he's still working on it, and that could very well be the case because obviously we haven't gotten it yet. Now, one theory that is popular right now about why this thing isn't dropping is connected to the case of A$AP Rocky shooting A$AP Relly in the hand, I believe, in 2021. I did cover that back when that happened. I mean, we now also have footage from the actual night that it happened, and it doesn't look too good for Rocky because we can see him attacking Relly with a gun in his hand, and then also hear 2 shots being fired from a different perspective camera. So the evidence is not really for him, but his lawyer says that Rocky should be vindicated pretty soon, so he's pretty confident. This was also a while ago. I covered this as well already, but just to bring it up real quick again. So that's the state right now, but now we've gotten the news only about 2-3 days ago that we now have a date for the trial, and it's going to be October. So in October, it'll be decided if A$AP Rocky will actually be sentenced for shooting A$AP Relly. Now, how does this affect the album rollout? It could. It also could not. And A$AP Rocky has been trying to downplay this a little bit, not address it too publicly. Maybe he wants to wait until that is over to drop the album. I hope not, because now we have October. There were some dates for January of this year, but now it's in October, so that's still some time. Maybe he doesn't want to drop before that, which would be sad, but maybe there's some, business behind the scenes or some people advising him not to drop before he has not cleared all the legal, all the legal claims made against him. I mean, maybe that's a wise thing to do. We don't know. We actually don't know when this album is dropping. We've gotten some singles, obviously, over the course of 2 years now, so this album rollout is really dragging on. A$AP Rocky is someone that, I've said this times and times before, is someone who usually drops around the summertime, May, June, July, early summer. So now would be the perfect time, Rocky. Please drop. But, we always tell him, every comment under his pictures is Rocky dropped the album and, don't do side quests. So he knows that the fans are really longing for some new music. And a lot of fans are already saying that this is a failed album rollout, that this is, realistically has died down and is not a real rollout anymore because nobody's excited for the music anymore after we've been waiting for it for 7 years. So we'll have to wait and see how this all turns out. I'll keep y'all updated if we do get any new info on Don't Be Dumb, A$AP Rocky's new album. But until then, let me know what y'all think about this. Did you, see this, and did you think that he just said this now? That would be very interesting to hear from y'all, just to kind of get a picture on who ran with the story and who kind of questioned it a little bit. But that quote is actually from a year ago, just to clarify that. Now, if he does, publicly say anything about the album, I'll keep you updated. Until then, I want to know all your thoughts on this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.